Y'all remember when fast food was cheap? In the mid-2020s, a value meal, quote value meal, in some cities can cost upwards of $18 a meal. Many people are quitting fast food because they realize that a burger can almost cost a literal hour of your labor. It's not worth it.
Chick-fil-A. I'm gonna have to lay my hands on y'all. Y'all, guess how much this food costs? Let me tell y'all what I got. I got a fruit cup. There's one fruit cup for my daughter so she can get some little fruits in her. I got a 12-piece nugget. And I got a 12-piece because my daughter handsy. She be all in, your parents, you know how I feel, right? And then I got a large macaroni and condiments. Y'all tell me how much y'all think this food was. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put the receipt in the comments. But how much y'all think this was? 12-piece nugget, fruit cup, macaroni, a large macaroni. And a large sweet tea, easy ice for a little razzle dazzle. Tell me how much y'all think this was. Chick-fil-A, we gotta talk. This out of hand.
Please tell me why I just went through McDonald's to get a Diet Coke. And I was on the phone with my husband while I was ordering, and he's like, wait, you're at McDonald's? Get a Filet-O-Fish sandwich. He's like, get me two. It's Friday and Lent at McDonald's. We're like, great, I'll just eat that for lunch, and then we'll make something else for dinner. So, whatever. I order 3 Filet-O-Fishes in a separate order because she wouldn't let me add it on to my Diet Coke order. Anyways, that's a whole nother story. It pissed me off. Pull around, order 3 Filet-O-Fishes, not the meal, just the sandwich. She clarified. She said, the sandwich or the meal? And I said, just the sandwich. And she said, 3 of them? And I said, yes. Tell me why it was $17 for 3 Filet-O-Fishes on Friday during Lent at McDonald's. I'm not crazy. I sat there and blinked my eyes, and then I just pulled away because I was so angry, which probably was rude, but like, $17 for 3 Filet-O-Fishes at McDonald's? Are you kidding me?
McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger King sales plummet as regular Americans can no longer afford to hit the drive-thru on their way through for breakfast and their way home from work. Now, all 3 of these companies have seen their sales plummet in the last year and have really bad record quarters. So, what's happening? Well, let me tell you a secret. Not everybody in this space is failing like these 3 companies because the lines at In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A are often wrapped around the block. So what's so different with companies that are in the same space? Well, first of all, McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's have all tripled their prices since 2005, especially McDonald's, which is the highest. And you're talking about the most base level of food quality that you can imagine. They still freeze their products and ship it. Even like take In-N-Out, nothing is ever frozen. It's all refrigerated, locally sourced, brought right there, not full of preservatives, and it's still much cheaper than all the other 3. So how does that happen? My guess is that you've jacked the prices up way too high to be profitable as possible, where In-N-Out and Chick-fil-A are still willing to be a little bit more reasonable on this front. Okay, what else is happening? Well, if you go to a In-N-Out or you go to a Chick-fil-A, the customer service is fantastic. You have people that ask you your name, say hello, ask you how you're doing that day. When you come up, they have your name again. They've already charged you when you get to the second window. And in that space, they'll have right there, they'll be like, you need some extra sauce packets? The other 3 still charge extra for those. Ridiculous. And then they'll send you on your way and say, thank you so much for choosing us today. We hope to see you again. And you go off. And for McDonald's or, any of these other ones to say, oh, well, that's a franchise model, that's up to the owner. Chick-fil-A's franchise, best customer service I've ever had at a drive-thru. There's no excuse. You guys aren't enforcing in the agreements that people have to give actual good customer service. And you're more expensive. So that's why people aren't going anymore, guys. You guys got rid of the dollar menus. You guys jacked up the prices till 3 times what they were. You have no customer service. And then the CEOs of these companies are all over the place on social media whining about the economy and whining about inflation. I don't see the CEO of Chick-fil-A or In-N-Out whining about anything. They're happy. They're having record quarters. It's your fault that you guys are in this position, and you could easily fix it. Bring back the dollar menus. Drop the prices back down to a reasonable level that families can afford. Start to enforce customer service on your franchisees. These are easily fixable steps that none of you guys are doing, and you all have the staff and the money to do them. This is your own fault. Let me know what you think.
I haven't been to McDonald's in like, I don't know, 20 years, I guess. These are my Nana children. And I just got 2 chicken nuggets, Happy Meals, and they got chocolate milkshakes with that. And then I got 2 plain cheeseburgers for the third one. It was $30. That is mind-blowing. $30 for McDonald's? Like, how are you guys doing this? This is crazy.
The culture of going out to eat in America is getting absolutely destroyed. You used to be able to go out to eat, get a drink, get an appetizer, get a meal, maybe get a dessert, $22. Those days are dead. I live in LA. My restaurant's in Los Angeles. If you want to go out to eat with a friend and grab lunch, you're spending 60, maybe $70. You throw a mocktail, cocktail in there, you're at $100. You're already done. And you have families of 4, families of 5 that want to go out to eat, and the minimum they spend is $150, $160 to feed their family of 4. Service is down. Portions are down. Quality is down. Everything is down. Prices are up. People are aggravated. People are sick of it, and I understand that. McDonald's, Denny's, IHOP, your go-to fast casual QSR spaces that were great for budget-friendly meals are smoked. You're spending $40 at Denny's now. I want nothing more than reduce my prices, but I can't when my trash goes up $500 in a year, my property taxes, my unsecured property taxes, the POS system fees go up, vendor prices go up, food prices go up. They're charging me for gas now. Like, it's getting bonkers. I went to dinner the other night and they served me like 3 ounces of pasta for $54. I said, are you guys out of your mind? You don't even make the pasta here. Like, you're buying the pasta fresh and making it, and it's tomato sauce. You're charging $54. DoorDash, Uber Eats. Don't even get me started on DoorDash and Uber Eats. That's a scam in itself. I don't know. In my restaurant, we keep the portions big, the quality extremely high. We try our best. We do our best, but we have to bend to the world around us, essentially.
Has Chipotle lost its mind? My son and I just got done at the gym with a workout. We went into Chipotle. We got 2 bowls and 2 drinks. And granted, we did get double meat, but we didn't get chips. We didn't get guac. $52.64 for 2 bowls and 2 drinks at Chipotle. This used to be like $11 for a burrito bowl. I know I saw a story the other day about them on the news where the CEO was saying that their stock was down 15% because Gen Z wasn't eating out anymore. It's not because Gen Z's not eating out anymore. It's because you guys have lost your damn minds. Where you guys are charging people over $25 to get a burrito bowl of cheap Mexican food and a regular drink, not even a biggie drink. It's like a medium. Like, how in the world do you expect people to keep coming in when you've jacked your prices over 3 times what they've been just since the start of COVID? This is 100% your fault that your stock is down 15%, because you guys have raised your prices way past the point where regular people are willing to pay them. Until your prices come down, your business is going to keep sinking. I don't know what they're thinking, but am I crazy here that $52 for 2 bowls and 2 drinks is nuts?
Yeah, these food prices are crazy. My intro clip, a burger can cost $18. I mean, normally at a fast food restaurant, it normally doesn't cost that much, but definitely a whole meal at a fast food restaurant, it's not abnormal to be $15, $18, even $20 just for one meal at a fast food restaurant, mind you. But if you go to like a burger shop with, the whole millennial jokes and memes with the millennials and the plaid shirts and the metal chairs and the metal box to put the fries in, one burger can run you at that restaurant $18. And this just isn't limited to California, LA, and the expensive places anymore. This is everywhere in the U.S. where just food everywhere, all these restaurants are expensive. And the fast food restaurants that are supposed to be cheap, like McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's and Chipotle. Well, I don't know if Chipotle is supposed to be cheap. It's supposed to be kind of in the middle, but Chipotle's lost their minds. It's more expensive than a lot of like more upscale sit-down restaurants like Olive Garden. It's like competing. Chipotle is essentially competing with Olive Garden prices. It's not supposed to. It's not supposed to compete with that type of restaurant. Maybe even Cheesecake Factory prices. Chipotle's out of their minds Like, that is crazy. But I started noticing the increase in fast food prices, I would say 2023. I was like, whoa, this is crazy. I think that's the first time I started eating fast food in a long time, actually. But I would go to Burger King, right, and get a medium fry. And that thing said about like $3.83 for a medium fry. A large fry was like $4.50 or something like that. I'm like, for a fry, a medium fry, I'm paying above $3. This is absolutely insane. I think in high school I can get a supersized fry for like $1.86, something like that. A supersized fry at McDonald's for less than $2. Now medium fries are costing above $3. What in a what? But nowadays I'm trying to lose weight and be healthier, so I'm not really eating fast food like that. And they're going to go out of business. They are going to go out of business if they keep this up. I don't know what they're thinking. I think they're increasing their wages, which means that the cost of that is offset to the customer. And also their raw materials are increasing too. So I somewhat can have a little bit of understanding what they're dealing with. But at the same time, if you built your whole business model off of fast food, which is the business model is cheap food. Like if you want to pay more, you go to a literal sit-down restaurant, like an Olive Garden, a Cheesecake Factory, a Longhorn, something like that, something like that, where you actually sit down and get served by a waiter. But if you're going through a drive-through, there is a certain expectation for the prices with that. And they got to figure out something. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you still eating out? I'm very much limiting it for health reasons, and price reasons is secondary. But even if I didn't care about my health, I still would limit my going to the fast food restaurants because of how pricey it is.